pages. Today, I was thinking we could talk about some bugs. Talk about bugs today. I like bugs. I'm a bug guy. Bugs are groups that work together. When this all comes to an end, the bugs are going to be here by themselves with some microbiology. Multicellular, they don't get to stay. The bugs didn't figure something out. Bugs done figured a lot out. One thing for damn sure, the bugs know they're sentient. They know whose team they're on. They know the game. They play it like it's a race. They play to win. Ants, man, they don't play. Well, when I was in Belize watching them ants do that, they call the leaf ants, getting them leaves together. They know what they're doing. They work together. Team, home team, buck team. They know how to get together, make good things happen. Take care of the next generation. Like I water my pots sometimes. Guess what happens? I got ants in the bottom of my lemons and my avocados. They love the lemons and avocados. Sometimes I find them in the papayas. I grow these things in pots. And now and then, they got an ant colony in the bottom. Now I know if the ants are in the pot. Just dump a bunch of water in there. You know what happens? It's like a tsunami. It's almost as though an asteroid hit the ocean. All the ants get together. They stop what they're doing. They don't check whose color is what. They don't check the religion. They don't check a political party. They know the water is coming. Oh, here comes that bald dude again. Pouring that bald mammal, 98% monkey, pouring some damn water in our house. They get together. They grab the next generation. They grab the eggs. And they take them to safety. We gotta be smart as ants, y'all. We gotta be smart as bugs. We gotta have the sentience of bugs, people. Every day I come out here, I try to figure out. A few of my closest friends on the internet. How do you turn an earth into an anthill? It's a real question. I think that, I mean, y'all know me. I don't think we're alone. Some of y'all still think, oh, we're alone. You're only alone in your own little head. The universe is an ecosystem. As below, so above. There's life all out there. And the planets that figure out that they are a planet, that they're earthlings, that they're Martians, that they're whatever, they all work together. They're not stupid enough to fight amongst themselves. We're like an anthill. We're just too stupid. Some bald dudes pouring water in a pot. Let's call them billionaires. Let's call them the ruling elite. Let's call them massive corporations that have power over continents. And they're just pouring water in the pot. Nobody's grabbing the eggs. Everybody like, oh, it's wet. Take a shot. They start dancing, get the soap. You know, they don't know what's going on. If you never figure out the game, you gon' die. And we all gonna die with you. So every day we come out here, just try to get people listen. Hate the game. Focus on the game. We are in a game. We are being killed. We are ants. Damn it. We got to go leaf to leaf. Form a bridge. It's okay if you're the one getting stepped on. Sometimes you got to get stepped on. Save the next generation. That's what I want. A lot of interesting stuff in the news today. I was like, I know I'm in trouble. I didn't think of my third yet. Let me show y'all a picture. I know I'm in trouble. They coming for me today. Look at this. Let me show you this picture. Where this picture at? I was laughing my butt off. I said, no, he didn't. No, Putin didn't. No, he did not have the audacity to go on television and shake hands with a black person. I love it's funny to me. It's hilarious to me. Y'all remember, because this is back, I don't know when Obama went to, is that a saying? Only Obama could go to Russia? I don't know. Obama went to Russia. And he refuse to shake Obama's hand. I might be a little sketchy on the details. I don't like to remember. I don't care what your billionaire worshipers and your billionaire employees are up to. But anyway, so he got over there working on the job, working for the billionaires, working for the banks. And Putin wouldn't shake his hand. I was laughing my butt off. My friends were upset. They were like flipping. He's racist. And I'm just like, wait a minute, hold on. Let's stop. Let's slow down. Come on, y'all. Let's be real for a minute. He didn't shake his hand. Are you sure because it was his skin? It had to be his skin. Ain't nothing else wrong with it. The man, an angel. He just Jesus come again. He Obama Jesus. I'm like, but wait a minute. But isn't he behind some of the bad stuff? Aren't we kind of at war, Cold War with Russia? Don't they got issues? Like maybe he's not supposed to shake his hand. Putin is all over Africa, right? Shake a hand. They he got military agreements now with what is it? The Congo and Uganda. They just established it, and there's one other, Central Africa, and another one. Oh, only Putin go to Africa. People, what the hell? What side is he on? He's saying bad things about Obama Jesus. Jibamas. Jizama. He's saying things about Jizama. He walk on water. Had to be his skin. No, it wasn't his skin. Apparently Putin don't care. It ain't rubbing off. He don't care nothing about that. It ain't your skin. It might just be your sin. That's what I think. I don't think things are ever what we think. We always get into these little crazy, little bigoted earth belief systems that the billionaires give us, and it causes problems. So I'm laughing. I thought that was funny. He's just shaking hands. It's not the only one. Look, oh, wait, later. Let me show you something else. Who's blacker? All right, this is wrong. This goes the wrong direction. Who's darker, though? That man about dark as I am in the sun. Obama ain't that dark. So apparently it ain't your skin, brother. It's your sin. World leaders don't want to shake your hand. That's the time the citizen's supposed to wake up and say, you know what? Maybe it's the agenda behind the man that matters, not the man. Maybe it's the content of the person's character, the content of the billionaires. Maybe it's the job description of the president. That's the problem. Maybe. Every day I come out here, I'm going to try to figure out. I'm not going to pick on Obama too much. Y'all get there. I know some of y'all still think he helping. He here for us. Okay, let me stop. How do we become an anthill? But a queenless anthill, a queenless one. Right? Because that's where we lose it when we start talking about capitalism, socialism. They'll say, oh, anthill's a socialist. That's communism. It's the demon. First of all, communism isn't the demon. Socialism's not the demon. Capitalism isn't the demon. Cronyism is the demon. Right? It's the fact that you always have a queen in your anthills. You try to build these anthills. What I think about is we are a complete anthill. Earth. As long as nations are fighting, right? As long as they're racing, like we talked about yesterday, horse racing is abuse against animals, against horse equestrian arts, but so is racing nations, abuse against human beings. We shouldn't be racing. We should be working together. This is why I come out and I say a lot of times, I'm glad North Korea got their nukes. The rest of y'all should get some nukes. Why? Because equality brings about peace. Why did the only country in the history of the ignorant Earth colony, because that's what we are, we're a colony, we just haven't figured out we're all on this colony together. Why did we drop the atom bomb on Japan? The war was over. Why did we drop that nuke on them people? Murdered all those people, hundreds of thousands of people. Why would we do such a thing? The war was over. Simply, they didn't have one. That's it. No other reason. Murdery bastards. They didn't have one. When your elites have a weapon, they will always use the weapon. It's a guarantee. If Japan had an atom bomb they could drop on New York, you wouldn't have dropped it. Gotta have equality. We're friends with North Korea now because they got nukes. Gotta have equality. That's why I'm not against gun control. I'm not for gun control. I'm not against peasants having swords. When peasants have swords, good things happen because everybody's equal. Or you can get rid of all of them. I'm good with that too. You can't play these proliferation games where the deep state security nations and Homeland Securities and the KGBs and MI7s, they all armed to the teeth. And poor people don't have nothing but a kitchen knife, butter knife. Doesn't work for me. When you got one nation that's a superpower, you got 5, 6 nations that are superpowers. They're gonna prey on the rest. Right? So you gotta have equality. It's a deterrent. As long as you have deterrence, you'll have peace. Because when nations are equal-ish, they'll never be equal, but they'll be equal-ish. If you can get nations to be equal-ish, the cost of war is too high. The cost of violence is too high. The only people who fight when you're equal-ish are real, true psychopaths, right? And it's important to know who they are. That's how you stop the invasions, I think. Well, one of the ways. But you can't get there until Earthlings stop being bigots. You can't get there until y'all stop being Americans, till you stop being Germans, till you stop being these little bigoted things in the colonies. You know what we should do when we were kids? I like to spend time with the Egyptian stuff. I like ancient archaeology. I always like to look back. I think they were always trying to send a message to us. I know what this is. When I was a kid, we used to play. I used to love these. You know what I do? I played God. It's like my asteroid. I grabbed the ants. This is called an ant lion. I grab the ants and I drop them in ant lions' homes just to see what would happen. Watch the ants get gobbled up. I would play God. I used to play with the ant lions a lot. Sometimes I think something plays with us. Sometimes I think these asteroids and these tsunamis, I don't know how chance they are. They could be chance. I don't know. Who knows? We're 98% monkey. We don't know no damn thing anyway. There's always some ant lions. There's always some billionaires. There's always corporations. One day there might be some aliens if it doesn't say U.S. Air Force on the side of it. There's always something trying to kill us. Always some tsunamis. There's always a bald dude pouring water in a pot before he brings his plants in before it gets cold to find out where the ants are so he didn't bring the ants in the house. Always somebody coming after your colony. There's asteroids on the way here right now. Disasters ready to happen. Super volcanoes, just a matter of time. These things are always coming. If we're a colony, an Earth colony, we might get to make it. We might survive it. We might work together as not a forced collective, not a collective under some sort of a king relegating out resources to who he chooses or she chooses. No, working together as a group. We're in nation races. Our nation's race and human beings get hurt. Our larvae, our egg, our next generations, our kids are being murdered all over this planet because we don't see each other as equals. And I think that's the real story. The real story is we got to worry about the antlion because we think we're better than each other. That's what it comes down to me. That's all nationalism is. That's all nationalism is. I'm better than you. My kids deserve a little more than yours do. Your kids die, meh. My kids die is something significant. I don't know what's happening in the world. Crazy stuff is happening right now, y'all. I don't know what the hell. I'm watching Big Trump come out and say that he came out for Khashoggi the other day, Jamal Khashoggi. He came out and he said he demands to know what happened to him. I don't know, but I kind of look at it like the Democrats of women's rights. I kind of look at it, it's like it's election time. It's I'm not sure what's real when it comes from them. I know it's real when it's us. When it's us, most people are genuine. Most people, they mean what they say what they mean. Election time, people start to lie. They start to make things up. They start to lie up anybody that's gullible, that'll believe the lies. When we stop being liable, when we stop being bigots, the leaders do. Yeah, I want everybody to be armed. Yes, I want Putin to go to Africa. Absolutely. I want China to go to Africa. Yes, I do. Why? Because we need more continents that are powerful. We need more continents that say no. We need more continents with nukes. We do. I'm sorry, we do. I believe that. Nations, we do. When leaders can't use force, they gotta talk. Talk. They gotta do what you do. You know, why don't you go rob your neighbor and kill your neighbor? You might have more guns than they do. But you don't have more guns than the police. And your neighbor has a telephone. And your neighbor has another neighbor. The neighbor can scream. The neighbor screams, people with other big guns are gonna come. So you got a problem with your neighbor, you don't go kill your neighbor. You're equal to your neighbor. You'll be thrown in prison for life. You talk. Go knock on the door. Excuse me. Miss Africa. Y'all got minerals down there. Would y'all like to share some of those minerals? Excuse me. Mr. Venezuela, Mrs. Venezuela, y'all got some oil down there. You know, we would like to have some oil too. You know, can we work out a deal or something? Like people, I'll say something, they'll post hashtag art of the deal. Like, yeah, but we don't have a dealing government. We don't need a dealing president. We don't need a businessman or businesswoman for the president. Nobody's making deals. Nobody makes deals when they're not equals. America's not equal with anybody. That's why I want to see, that's why I like Russia. I do. I like Putin. He's a little crazy on the psychopathic spectrum. I know he's on the spectrum. He's on the spectrum. So is Trump. So is Obama. So is they're all on the spectrum. You don't kill people without being on the spectrum. Come on, you mad at me? You say you're mad at somebody still sniffling what I said about Obama earlier. Listen, can you murder children and go to sleep at night? Can you? Somebody said, yeah, I can. I can do what he did. Okay, then you're a psychopath. We need to get some help. If you can like sign kill orders to go murder people, drop bombs on wedding, you're not a psychopath. And Trump is doing, Trump is doing the same thing. There's something wrong in your brain. Something's not working. There's a mental illness. That's why I say all billionaires are. They're not on our team. They're not our friends. They're not going where we're going. They're not evolving. They're de-evolving. They're keeping us de-evolved. They're keeping the world violent. They're keeping ants in a colony fighting each other. And damn it, it's a whole lot of anthills out there. Y'all ever look out in space? It's a whole lot of anthills out there. And it boggles my mind that people are still debating. Ain't nothing out there. They look out there, they see all of that. Just, ain't nothing out there. Because my scientist says so. Because my scientist, my astrophysicist said there ain't nothing out there. And I'm like, you know, the universe is an ecosystem. The ants figured out the forest is an ecosystem. I know you got some ants in the anthill kind of like, nah, ain't all the ants out there. Hey, yeah, but bad things always happen to the ant colony. If I'm totally wrong, ain't nothing out there. Nothing can get here through some quantum dimensional, whatever, I don't know. Asteroids can get here. Tsunamis always get here. Super volcanoes are bad things. Bad things are happening right now. Right freaking now. Some child died between me starting this broadcast and now. We always got something bad that's coming. We have a reason to pick up the eggs and save them. Bald-headed black dude pouring water in the pot. Stop him. We gotta work together. No, Nicole, people can't handle the truth. They can't handle the truth. But it's not them. Let's think about that for a little bit. Can people handle the truth, or can their indoctrination not handle the truth? That's why I think it is. That's why I think. I give people land. You're always making excuses for people. I'm not making excuses for people. I'm just trying to think why people are the people. Uh-oh. Man, you see it's a mosquito stalking me? Oh! That's when I ain't no hippie. You try to take my blood. We got to fight. Thing landed on my face. Climate's always changing. That's another good point. Got mosquitoes every daggone day. Climate's always changing. Got more mosquitoes around here than supposed to be here. One day Zika might be real. It's not real. Zika not real. They lied about Zika. That's fake. All of that's fake. They know you were worried. That's why they did it. They lied about it. They had billions of dollars to get the pharmaceutical companies. I think it's indoctrination. People's indoctrination fears the truth. It's not them. I don't think they know who they are. Yes, Michelle, we are a psychopathic ant colony, but we are an ant colony. Nonetheless, We are. We still got to figure out, how do we work together? We have to be equal. And nations have to become equal. The nations can't become equal if we're not equal. Why would I sit here in America and say, yeah, I want the Democratic Republic of Zimbabwe? Why do I want them to have the weapons my country has? Because if they have them, my country won't invade them. They have children over there. Their children eat food. Their children drink water. I know it's not a real nation. I made it up. Shut up. Their kids have fears. Their kids go to bed at night and they cry for mom and dad when they hear a bump in the night, you know? I want to make sure that they feel safe. Like, I got in a discussion with my kids this morning. My son, he's like, Dad, I like Elon Musk. I said, yeah, son, me too, brother. I do. Elon Musk is my favorite psychopathic billionaire, but nonetheless, he's a psychopath. I don't think he's as high. He's on the spectrum. He's not as high up on the spectrum as a Elon Musk or somebody that just don't give two damns about the babies y'all popping out. He's just buy politicians, buy parties. The man can buy nations. Doesn't give two damns. But at least Elon Musk can say something true every now and then. Elon, so he's kind of my favorite one. That was the point I was making to my son. I said, well, you know what, son? I said, think about it like this. When you go to school, if your friend needs 30 cents to buy his lunch, kind of ignore the fact that the lunch is GMO and full of pesticides. Don't ignore that. If your friend needs 30 cents to buy lunch, and you got 30 cents in your pocket, do you give him 30 cents? If your friend wants to take a sip from your hug or your chocolate milk, if your friend wants a tater tot, if your friend wants a little bite of food that you got, do you share? Or do you say, mine? Mine. He said, Dad, I share. I give it to him. I said, right. Because I raised you to do that. You're a human being. You have empathy. You have love. You're not going to miss that 30 cents. You're not even going to think about the 30 cents. But you know what? Even if he wanted $1 or two and you really needed, he was really hungry. You knew he came from a poor family. You'd probably give him your lunch money because you ate breakfast. And my son, he ain't breakfast. He ain't. I'm going to start lying. He didn't eat breakfast. He's a high school. I don't know what's wrong with him in his head. I tell you, you got to eat your bananas in the morning, man. Get a smoothie, apple or something. They run out the house. He don't eat nothing. But he could have. But you do. You'll share. And these billionaires, they don't share. The nations don't share. The superpowers don't share. Right? Because they're greedy bastards. They're non-sentient, and they're on the psychopathic spectrum. Any billionaire, any day they want, they can solve the Earth's problems with that snap of a button. Got $100 billion, you can take $1 billion and feed the entire Earth. You can build houses for all of them. You can start these little corporations that are not for profits, that make profit. Make a little profit, just enough to keep going, automate, bring up efficiencies, bring down the price of your product, and change the whole paradigm of the planet. But they don't. Why? Because we believe the politicians that they buy. And they keep this whole greed system rolling. It's just a greed system. So it's survival of the fittest. In the anthill. That's my issue. Survival of the fittest, it did what it did. In the anthill, though. No, I don't cheer capitalism. No, I don't. I'm fine with it. Y'all can take your capitalism if you ever get a real capitalism system, not a crony one that we have. People fighting for it like it's real capitalism. It's not. It's crony capitalism. You can't have real capitalism. It's survival of the fittest. I'm not upset with capitalism. I don't have any issue with capitalism. Y'all can make your own little virtual society over there somewhere and put your capitalism in it if you want to. My issue is any system that lets children die is de-evolved. Right? Any system that lets the baby ants die isn't sentient. I'm not saying socialism's better. Again, I'm not on that team. I'm not on any of them teams. Because the kings and the queens always roll it out. It's always still crony. You'll never get these systems to help out the baby ants. You'll never get the system to save our larvae if the system is based in letting the poorest die, or the queen dulling out the resources to who it feels should get the most of them. right? That's why we need a new system. That's why I don't engage. We start having a discussion and people start jumping off into these systems that don't work on the anthill, because it's never worked on the anthill anywhere. They both done some good things. Don't get me wrong. They both done good. Capitalism done good things. Communism, socialism, because communism is a version of socialism. They've done good things. But we're supposed to be smart enough to look at them and say, you know what? But they didn't work in the anthill. Maybe figure out why, make an upgrade, and move forward. But people keep looking back and say, no, let's go back to that. And I don't get that. I don't understand that. To me, it's as crazy as the billionaires who are still cheering violence. I don't understand that. And I guess to a degree, to be fair, I guess socialism, survival of the fittest too. Nope, I'm not here to make friends today. Actually, no, I am. I'm always here to make friends, but I'm not here to cheer either side of it. Because to a degree, it's survival of the fittest. Because in socialism, if you become, it's a different type of fit. It's not having money, but it's still this birth pride, born to the right family, where you get favors from the king and the lords, and you get a little more. You can go to the upper echelons. You still can do that in socialism and communism because they did that. Crony. I just don't believe in survival of the fittest. That's what I believe. I believe in the ants. I believe in the anthill. I think we should always be saving the babies. No, I don't believe in universal health care. I don't believe in Medicare for all. Y'all talk about these words. Y'all come up with these things. I don't even know what these things mean. Y'all pick smaller words for me. I don't know what none of that means. I know what don't let people die means. That's what I believe in. Don't let people die. If I got 30 cents and you're hungry, I'm supposed to give it to you. I know what that means. So I don't care what you call it. I don't care about the name, because the names are just identities. That's how they get you to fight with the other ants. That's how you break up the anthill. I'm not interested in breaking up the anthill. I'm trying to figure out, how do we get this damn anthill together so we stop killing each other? So our kids might have a future not as dumb as the one we have today, with adult hero work, adults running around with underoos, Putin underoos, Bernie underoos, Obama underoos. We can look at the news, or we can just do comments. I don't know what y'all want to talk about today. But there were some interesting things. They got the girl in Tel Aviv they're holding. If y'all don't know, her name is Lara Alquesh. I think I pronounced it wrong, but she's an American citizen. They're not holding her. She just wants to get in Israel. Israel won't let her in because they say she was in the EBS movement, so they won't let her in. America says we're watching the situation carefully, but she can leave anytime she wants to, which is good. You know, talking about Khashoggi still, which is good. Jamal Khashoggi, which is looking really bad now. The 15 guys got there, and one of the guys was, he was the head of, one of the 15 Saudi guys, he was the head of the forensics unit in Saudi Arabia. Two of them were bin Salah. They were his, the king. They were his personal bodyguards. Hit squad. Showed up in a black van, got out of there in a black van. Of course, none of the cameras worked, because that's what happened at the Pentagon when the airplane hit it. None of the cameras worked. They were off that day. They were on vacation that day. Y'all believe this? I was not born with that brain. If you were born with that brain, I just need to love you and hug you. You missed a few school lunches or something, but I was not born with that brain. They're playing. Saudi hadn't responded to anything. Is he alive or dead? I don't know. I hope he's alive. Rumors about bone saws and hacksaws, and one of the interview, it was unconfirmed. One of the Turkish investigators interviewed someone who said Khashoggi got into an argument with one of the 15. They were yelling, and then all of a sudden, everything went silent. It's crazy. We're in a crazy time, crazy world. Perhaps U.S. and Saudi are breaking down the relations. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I just think it's election time. I don't believe what Trump says, because I don't believe what Obama says. I don't believe what any billionaire says. I don't believe anybody that works for corporations. But I'm not into the identity thing. I don't cheer that. I hope Saudi and America break ties. Why? Because it'll destabilize things. And it'll help Iran and Russia and China and whoever else is in that guild get a little bit of a foothold and try to sort things out a little bit, instead of one massive power dominating everything. Speaking of identity, what the hell wrong with Britain? Y'all here? I think it's Britain. I think y'all lost your mind. Everybody losing their mind every now and then. Who was it? Somebody, one of the astronauts quoted, who did he quote? Churchill. Yeah, one of the astronauts quoted Churchill. And everybody flipped out about it. Identity. This is why the anthill can't get together, because y'all stupid. I love y'all, but y'all stupid, Britain. Y'all, I'm sorry. I've been on the island a little too long. That's all I'm saying. We brothers and my family. I love y'all, but let me show you this. This is a great example. This is a great example that it's not just America. I know everyone's sitting back like, yeah, it's America. Let's talk about it. No, we stupid all over the world. Look, let me show you this. This is crazy.
Rings beyond our planet. The UN champion for space. A man who has enlightened thousands, and through his fascinating experiments, his charisma, his achievements, helped keep humanity's passion with space alive. So imagine his surprise when he quotes Winston Churchill about the need to be kind, forgiving when you win, and is virtually stampeded with objection.
So you need to be kind and forgiving when you win. Sound horrible, doesn't it?
And criticism.
Churchill forgot to reflect on his decision to ignore India's plight in fighting the famine during his administration, causing millions of Indians to die on the street while stealing their grains, and supplied it to British armies.
Very true. History has nothing to do with the point that he was making.
He was a mass murderer. Check out the records on the Bengal famine of India, where his policies and decisions led to the death of millions due to starvation and disease.
Very true. Has absolutely nothing to do with the point the brother was making.
Churchill was a mass murderer and a racist, Scott.
Scott Kelly apologized and promised to do better.
Did not mean to offend by quoting Churchill. My apologies. I will go and educate myself further on his atrocities and racist views which I do not support. My point was we need to come together as one nation.
But if we need to come together as one nation, Scott Kelly, this is what you do. Don't apologize. They're stupid. Don't apologize. Stop. Stop. What's that word that y'all like to use? People like to throw up. Y'all like to throw up that word, non-apologetic. When you say human rights, smart things, don't be apologetic. Don't apologize. Doesn't matter who said it. Shut up. Doesn't matter. We're all stupid. We're all 98% monkey. We all do good things and we all do dumb things. I've gone through this list of the dumbest things I've done in my lifetime. We all do dumb things. But when true things come from a source, they're true. Truth is true. Don't soil the waters and, oh, I want to pull out my intellect, tell you something about Gandhi. You don't know something about Gandhi. Shut up. Gandhi did good things. You know, hey, Bill Cosby, same damn thing. But Bill, shut up. Yes, he's in prison. He's going to die in prison. Good. He's supposed to. But he said good things. He did good things. Right? I mean, we get to these little ignorant identity. Well, because I don't like you, you can't say nothing important. I don't like Trump. So Trump can't do anything that's good. I was talking to somebody yesterday. We were joking. I was like, you know, I said the problem is, Trump could come out and end slavery tomorrow. He could end mass incarceration. He could just roll out hemp and put out 3D printers and print houses for people and get people off of welfare and save the world, bring people together, stop fighting, arguing, everything. And they'd be like, damn it, no, it's horrible. No, we need to keep slavery. Slavery's important. Hemp is a bad crop. You know, they would come out, war is good. Sometimes we just gotta fight and kill kids, right? They would do that because they're so lost in the stupid identity. So if you like to kind of pull your ego out and you just really want to tell us that Martin Luther King had women all over. I know Martin Luther King had women all over. I know. Yes, he was a womanizer. Why was he a womanizer? Because he was 26. He had a ding-a-ling and he was famous. That's why. That's why. If you don't understand that, then you don't understand the 98% monkey in you. Inbox me and I'll send you the picture of the monkey playing with himself. And then you'll understand how this works. All right. It's just silly, stupid stuff. The male is the person to propagate the species. That's the gender given to most species to not be able to control themselves and do that. We already know these things. People do dumb things, right? You don't need to remind us of that. Listen to what Scott Kelly is saying. When you get on top, you're supposed to help other people. He's right. Winston Churchill was right. Murdery bastard, but he was right. I don't care what he did. Take the truth. Isn't he dead? Didn't he die? Somebody tell me. I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did. Colonizer, he died. He's gone. But he said something smart. It's like I was reading the Tao Te Ching this morning. I read the Tao Te Ching all the time. I love the Tao Te Ching. I was actually going to do a video on that. Just sit here and talk about some truth and some good quotes and truth. My Christian friends be like, "No, we can't listen to you because you're a Buddhist. You're a Taoist. You're a Hindu. I don't understand that. That's just," meanwhile, the whole book is just spouting Christianity type stuff. Why? Because truth is truth. Cannon fodder for the mass distraction. Yes, Kia, there's always distractions. You got to distract the masses. That's the only way you rob people. It's the only way you work together as a billionaire mob. You tap the masses on the shoulder so they look this way, you can rob them in the back. That's what the Democrats and Republicans, the left and the rights, all the nations do. That's what the billionaires do with your nations, because the nations don't actually exist. Co-ops work in capitalist system. Corporations step on and use the employees. Co-ops can work within a capitalist system, Key. I agree with that on YouTube. Corporations step on and use employees. Well, in general, I'm not a corporation guy. I used to work for some of the biggest corporations on this planet. And I'm not a capitalism guy because I live in a capitalism system. And I've watched corporations murder people. And I've watched corporations not pick up the eggs when water goes in the pot, and they don't say to the next generation of ants because they don't give a damn. That's not their purpose. And I've seen both of them do that. I've seen it with socialism. So I'm not in those camps. I think they can exist, and I'm fine with that. But my stance always is, if it kills people, it has to go away. Sentience. We got to be as sentient as a bug, right? We have to be able to make sure we prioritize the next generation over ourselves. And it seems that these systems are good for taking good people and making them okay with prioritizing themselves over the next generation. That's the problem I have. Cosby was about to buy a major news outlet. Did that upset the elite agenda? Christine, I think so. I think you're on it, girl. I think that's what that was about. I really do. I really do. Because after that, he was on the outs. He was on the outs with the elite black community. He was on outs with the mainstream community, the mainstream media community. And I think the billionaire saw it coming like, wait a minute, Bill, that's not how the world works. No, you don't get to help people. Yeah. He had a ding-a-ling some pills and he was a psychopath. Yes, he did. But he did good things too. And he started supporting Kucinich and all kind of crazy stuff that was like fringe. He started telling black folk, pull yourselves up. He started saying things that people didn't like. And if you're out there all by yourself, you will go down. You might not go down today. You might not go down tomorrow, but you will go down. You don't get to elevate yourself to the highest positions in media because the media controls people. We know this now. We talk about this every single day. You can have all the PhDs you want. If you believe the Washington Post, you're going to be dumb as a bag of bricks, And so there's no way they would let Cosby or anybody actually buy an entire network. You haven't been written in. Just because you made some money making people laugh and selling Jello damn pudding pops, that doesn't mean that you get to control people and put messages out there that millions of people can hear. These are Americans. We own them. These are our Britons. We own them. You are our Romanian, damn it. We own you. Nobody gets to come in my country or lift themselves up from a state of poverty and say anything that's true. It's interesting too. I think about it because, it's like how the gangs work. You got to do dirt to get in the gang. Right? Gang, your initiation. You got to do dirt to get to the heights of the Democratic Party. You got to murder, kill something, play with somebody, do something bad to some kids or something. Same with the Republican Party, no different. You got to do something bad to get high in the cartel. Why? Because if you ever mess up, you ever step out of line, that special investigator on take you down. But they knew that stuff about Bill. None of that was a secret. People all over Hollywood, the friends I have, they all knew that. They all know, no, Bill is a freak because he had all the freaky parties where they all doing all the freaky stuff. I got friends who so they walk around the Hollywood parties, open the door, and open, oh Lord, hell no, close the door. Go to the next door, open the door. Oh, wow, hey, that's not legal. Open the door. Oh my God. They're like, I gotta go home. And they just left. I got friends that just walked out of Hollywood. They're like, hell no. These people crazy. That Bill was in all of that crazy crap. So it's interesting. They had stuff on Bill a long time, but they decided to come for him now. Like I said, I'm not a Bill supporter. I was just making the point. Everybody says something that's true. That's why we gotta be the anthill. Every ant matters. Every ant's perspective is true, no matter where they are on the anthill, at the very, very bottom, at the very, very top. That ant walked somewhere, ran into that Japanese lantern bug. I know it sounds kind of racist. Eating all the damn trees here in the Northeast United States. Hate that damn bug. People stepping on it, shooting with water guns and stuff. The ant got out there and said, came back to the ant and said, look, it's a Japanese water beetle out there. The damn lantern beetle is eating all the trees, is eating everything. Y'all like, no, it's not. I ain't never seen no Japanese lantern beetle. Every perspective matters. When the whistleblowers come back, because that's really what that is. He come back like, look, y'all, it's crazy. It's a bald dude up there. He got a pot of water. He about to pour it in the pot because he want to get rid of us so he can bring his citrus in the house. Oh, you crazy. Man, you ain't no bald black monkeys walking around here with pots of water. You crazy? Anthill. Be the collective anthill. Listen to the whistleblowers. The whistleblowers came out like, I did a good video on it. I think I did a video not too long ago on it. The whistleblowers are telling you, don't listen. That every single agency has whistleblown against the agency. They've said all of these agencies are against you. Every nation has them. All of leadership. 5G. Can you stop 5G? Show me somebody that believes. I don't know anybody that believes 5G is a good thing. The most I know is people who are just on the fence like, this is kind of suspicious. Nobody can stop it. Why can't you stop it? Because you have no control over your planet. This anthill is run by a couple of psychopathic queens that get everybody fighting. We all on the same damn planet. We're all in the same damn hill. We're all gonna drown together when that asteroid hits, which is what the Egyptians were always trying to tell us. It's called greed. Yes, brother Terry, it's greed. It's always called greed. They can hide and mask it whatever they want. So all these little survival of the fittest games where they let people die, it's all just greed. They just want more than what everybody else has. You just gotta be honest with it. So I don't hate your capitalism. I don't hate your socialism. I don't hate your communism. I don't hate any of your models. I just say they don't work. And if they don't work, stop cheering them. Stop. It didn't work. Let's do something different. Let's go another way. Come up with another idea. And then try to stop using the word, because people hear the word and immediately they got to fight, right? Because their teacher, they got a professor that beat it into them and they got to support this thing and they got to fight it. Just say don't let people die. Everybody agrees with that. And if you don't agree with that, you're a psychopath. All the capitalist people, they agree with don't let people die. All the socialism and communism, they all agree with don't let the people die. But the people who designed your capitalism don't. Crony. The people who designed socialism don't. Crony. They don't want you to be an anthill. They don't want an earth anthill. They want to control the entire anthill. And they're willing to destroy the whole anthill to do it. You don't think Washington will destroy this whole planet if it doesn't get to have it? Hell yeah, it will. Because Washington is just a system. Doesn't matter who you put in it. It's just a system. It wants power. It wants to maximize. These systems are greedy. Nations are greedy. Their goal in existence is to collect as much power as they can, like the goal of a corporation is. Can't exist. Limitless greed cannot exist. There has to be limits on all the greed everywhere. What else is happening? Look at the comments, see if I missed anything that jumps out at me. If not, I can't see everything. I always go back and read my comments. So Khashoggi was in the news. WikiLeaks, once again, I was saying WikiLeaks, that's like the only human rights organization that's effective in the entire world. Please focus on WikiLeaks. Julian Assange is coming out. It's too late. America bought him. Y'all heard about that, right? It's like a week old. America bought him. I just found out yesterday. $500 million through that bank. They withheld the money going to the Ecuador. Because America and the banks and how all that works and Federal Reserve and all of that, all those ties, private banking. They said, no, you can't have the 500 million until you give us Assange. So they held the 500 million and then they released it. The deal has already been made. They're just going to hand Assange over. Focus on the message. Think about the message that Assange left. Think about the reason WikiLeaks actually existed. Can't have secrets. If there are no secrets, nations become equal-ish. Right? If the secret of your energy, how you produce it, your jets, your bomb, your missiles, if all of that's in the public domain, equal-ish, world peace. Nations begin to talk to each other. Leaders have to actually be intellectuals again. They can't just be Obamas. They can't be social media giants, reality TV hosts. People will start electing smart people to actually make deals and do smart things. Very important. But that's us. We did this. We're the ones who keep the world in this violent place. Brother Mark just said, open source. If everything is open, there are no secrets. Everybody can go make the death laser ray earth energy weapon. What is it? What do they call them? DEW? Is it DEW? D-W? The space weapon, space force. If everybody can do that, we all become equalish. And we're all equalish, then all our nations got to act like this is a neighborhood, like your neighborhood. You got to go talk to your neighbor about his leaves. You got to go talk to your neighbor about having loud parties. You can't just storm over there with some guns and shoot everybody and steal his stereo, which is all America does. It's colonization. It's all Britain does. It's all Germany does. And it's exactly what Russia will do. I'm not pro-Russia. It just makes sense for me to support Russia right now. Why? Because if there's a deterrent, less people die. That's what's important. It's important to drop your bigotry. Like I said, I was raised a bigot. I was raised an American bigot. I was raised a black, Christian, American, Maryland, male bigot. I didn't understand till I got old enough that all of that was poison. That was all poison. They poisoned who I am. I'm just not going to stay poisoned. I understand that. I understand. You're not going to turn me against the other ants. We're in the same anthill. Doesn't matter if one's a little furrier. Doesn't matter if one's a little taller, a little smaller. Doesn't matter what color they are. Doesn't matter what religion they are, because they left the anthill and they saw something I didn't. And so their family believes in the bald guy with the water or the antlion. Do you see what I'm saying? Hey, Blue Lady 22 on YouTube. You mean Hillary? He better get pardoned. The deep state paid. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get pardoned. I don't think that's how this thing works. I don't think they'll pardon Assange. Space Force for fighting aliens. No, okay, Blue Lady, I had to disagree with you on that one too. Space Force is just to let us know where the trillions of dollars went. We've been flying around space doing a lot of dumb things a long time, and America's just trying to release the people and let them know, because their gaslit citizens actually think that they're not flying around out there doing dumb things. It's not to fight the aliens, it's to pretend they are aliens, right? Controlled opposition, same thing with ISIS, the same exact thing. You know, America went over there, got people mad, and they started making these little fight back gangs. They were just farmers. America gave them name ISIS, ISIL, Al-Qaeda, just whatever. They gave them all the weapons, and they caused the problem, and then they gave us a solution. Right? It's the same thing. Same exact thing. Same exact thing. You're gonna do it with the aliens. Controlled opposition. They will come out the sky. Well, they won't come out the sky. They'll just shoot weapons out of the space. You'll see lasers or something hit the planet. Like, what the hell? Hey, just some aliens. The United States government will protect you. We're gonna wage a war on alien terrorists. And everybody will go for it. The same way they went, the same way they hate the Arabs, because they look different. They got towels on their head. They hate them. Arab lives do matter, but they convinced people that they didn't. Meanwhile, 9/11 didn't make any sense. I don't think anything changes. This, to me, is always the same, you know? All these psychos with great big old platforms. Yes, Michelle, they're always psycho. Our neuroscience told us that. Oxymoron, billionaire philanthropist. I like that one, Randy. Yeah, it is an oxymoron. There are no billionaire philanthropists. Not completely. They do something good. I'm just thinking about how much bad they actually did. Eat when hungry, doesn't matter the time. Exactly, Crystal. Eat when you're hungry. Don't eat when you're not. Don't eat the whole damn sandwich. If somebody else wants a bite of your sandwich, give them a bite of your sandwich. Why? Because everybody agrees with that. They just agree with the names of these things. That's all. That's why, like I said, I don't like the names capitalism, social. Feed people, house people, and make the robots do it so nobody's got to pay for it. Is that damn simple? We've got 1 year max. You know what? I'm not sure, Randy, do we? I know there are a lot of, the world's always ending. I don't know if we have 1 year. I think that they say that we passed a point of no return. You know, I know that they say stuff like that. But I think whatever it is, if we can turn it around, or if we can't, I think maybe we got to make some pyramids. Maybe we can't turn around, Randy. We got to make some pyramids and like etch on the pyramids. Don't be stupid. The elite are always lying to you. Act like you're an anthill and work together. Don't fight each other. Because we have a psychological condition and we just keep fighting each other. We act like money is lifeblood. We do, Lori. Because you know what, Lori? I was thinking about this. You know, I know me. I don't like no money. I'm not into money. No, I ain't. It was Brother Jay and I ain't because I didn't have money. I had money. And nothing like that. I decided that money doesn't make me happy. I decided that that lifestyle isn't what I want. If I have a thing and I convince you that you need this thing, Eddie Bernays style, right? I convince you that you need this and I'm the only one who has it or I have the most of it. I own you because now you think you need it. I can get you to do anything I want you to do. And that's why I'm saying money doesn't work, because we have billionaires. It's too late for money to work. We have trillionaires, I think, that won't admit that they're trillionaires. They have it all. They can get anybody in this world, almost anybody, to do anything they want. They can get it. They can get the Democratic Republic of Mobutu to get on some elephants and get spears and go attack tanks in another country because they got all the money. That's why I'm not a money guy. I don't want to play the game that you want me to play. If you have all the money and the poor people don't, somebody tell me, how is any system based on monetary anything going to go good for the poor people who don't have the money, or the middle class, or the upper class, and all they got is a couple million? It's not going to go good. I believe in playing a game that it's not rigged. I don't believe in rigged games. So I think we need something different. If I ever tell you, if I own all the rice, I got all the rice in my still, got all the rice. And I say, all right, everybody, y'all need rice. Ain't nothing else, ain't no millet, that doesn't exist. Ain't no oats, man, it's just only rice. I ban millets, I ban oats, I ban wheat. But the Americans, war on drugs, how it works. And I convince you, hey, all you can buy is rice. Only thing you have is synthetic drugs. Only thing you have is my pharmaceuticals. Can't stop eating sugar. Sugar's in everything. So you gotta buy my statin drugs. Crony. It's always crony, folks. It's always crony. Greed, root of all evil. Yes, Julie, greed is the root of all evil. It's that limitless greed is our problem. It's where we always fall down. Survival of the fittest is not cooperation. It's past time to change our story. Yes, Rebecca, how do we do that, though? How do we do that? How do we get the ants to realize we're all in the same hill? How do we do that? Some of us are evolving, but a lot of us aren't. I'm not trying to talk bad about you. It's just the parts of my brain that used to believe in survival of the fittest, those parts, those neurons are breaking down. That pathway is not doing good. I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe we got to steal from each other and take from each other. I think we can help each other. Yep, that's the U.S. It violates daily. The Western world does, Lord. The Western world, they violate human rights on a daily basis. The biggest human rights organization is WikiLeaks, and we need to believe in their model in no more secrets, open source everything. They can't have any secrets. We have all the power. We can make that happen any day. Brother Duda wants to come on. Okay, Duda, you can come on. Not today. Not today. Inbox me. I'll bring anybody over. We can have a discussion. Anybody that shows up at my door, sick or injured, I will do everything I can to heal them for free humanity. Because Crystal, you're a human being and you're evolving. You have an evolved brain. You want to help people. You realize that we are an anthill. So what's the next outrage? I'm sitting this one out. It's coming, Michelle. I don't know what it is. I know Ty has a pool going where they're bidding and they're betting. They're betting what the next outrage is going to be. What's it going to be? It's going to be a mass shooting to get the guns. Is it going to be a tsunami? Is it going to be? It's always something. Might be the hurricane. Because y'all notice that hurricane that's coming up through Florida right now? Khashoggi was in the news. All of a sudden, the super hurricane of the century is what the Florida governor is calling hurricane of the century. Might be. Direct energy weapons. Who knows? Churchill spoke very well like Obama. Yes, Lori, because they pick them. They pick them devices. They pick the sickest silver-tongued devils to do their acting. But Churchill was a real guy. Maybe that's why he said something real. Even Obama said something real every now and then. Y'all wouldn't. When y'all wasn't worshiping him, kissing his feet, and touch the hem of his garment. They're doing that for Trump now, too, getting scary. That's why I said, listen, give everybody a chance. Give everybody a chance. But they sit in Washington, and finally they understand how this works. Maybe they introduce them to the aliens or something. I don't know what it is, but everybody y'all put in there turns on the American people, and they turn on the entire world. And people don't get it. They don't see it. They don't see the game. They want to hate the players, not the game. Constantly hate the players. Keep playing the game. Hating the players, hating the capitalism, hating the communism, hating the identity, hating all the identities, all the presidents, hating the political parties, ignoring theirs, hating the players in the game, not hating the game. We don't get to survive that way. We got your number, your social security number. Yes, Brother Gellner, I don't believe in social security. I don't believe in any of that. I don't think you should tag a human being. I don't think human beings should have numbers. That's crazy. That's why every nation in the world does it. You're a human being. Your child isn't a number. We tag them, don't we? They get born, we tag them. Yeah, you belong to this billionaire, this government, this central governing program. Hey, that's not a commodity. That's a human being. That's a baby. But we play this game. 5G is from the devil. It might be, Deborah. Maybe 5G is the Antichrist. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is they're rushing to do it. All the billionaires, all the parties, all the countries, all the rulers, all the leaders. We shouldn't do this. That's all I know. They want to do it. We shouldn't be doing it. That's all I know. Don't know what it's used for. I looked at that Mind stuff. Did y'all see that Mind stuff on, I forgot the YouTube channel. They do the, they've completed the first successful mind-to-mind challenge. It was Tetris, right? They hooked up, I think it was 3 people to the brain. They put the brain caps on them, reading waves, and they actually played a game with Tetris with 3 human beings. They were using 2 for the input and 1 for the output. They successfully connected human beings without putting probes in their brain just from signals, electromagnetic signals on their head, and they played a game of Tetris. That's why I don't like 5G, because I have no idea what the freak they're up to. But they can actually read brain waves, and they can control brain. They can take input and output through electromagnetic signals, and this is in the public news. Come on, man. No, they don't get to have a 5G, but they're gonna have their 5G because you're too worried about the midterm elections. You're too worried about what's happening right now. We're not saying what are the billionaires doing by buying our governments, and you're focused on Kavanaugh. That's why I laugh. I kind of laugh, Deborah, because I'm like, you know what? We might make it. We might actually become an anthill. We might make it, but then again, we might not. But I think if we don't make it, I'm not going to feel anything. I'm just going to look, see the blast coming like, yep, I knew it's probably coming. I knew it. I probably go up there, put my hands up. You know how he did it on, what was that movie? Titanic, where he went on the front of the ship, put his hands out. I rule the world. When Newt comes in, I'm just going to get up there and put my hands up. You're not quite clear on the USA. People don't want to own the world. Uh-oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I think that was Diane. It rolled off my screen too fast. Let me see what you're saying. I'll read the next time from you. So what do you do? Realize, what don't you realize is the evolution of America is our philosophy is maturing. We the people, each of us have to admit we copy the ideologies of those that they ran from. Well, Diane, I don't think America exists. I think we might be saying the same thing. I have to look at your comments. I don't think America exists. I think it's a fallacy and a fantasy. We put these things in our head. I think we need to start speaking and acting like we're earthlings. We got to stop acting like we're Americans. We got to stop acting like we're the West. We got to stop acting like we're the Democratic Republic of Congo. We got to stop acting like we're Russians. We got to start acting like what we actually are, what we actually are born as. We're born as earthlings. We're a part of an anthill called Earth, an Earth colony. And if we don't get our act together and realize that all the many queens in the same anthill are actually out of control and they're going to kill the anthill, if we don't do that, we're lost. America's the most powerful country, which is why I'm most critical of America and American citizens, because they're the only ones who can bring this thing to a heel without violence. All the other nations have to use violence. Only Americans can do it by using empathy, by escaping their own bigotries, by letting go of all the coding that was given to them by the billionaires and these identities and models in government and currency models and all of these things that are just playing the game. And I think we got to back out of the game. I don't know how to do it. I think I know I have my ways on how to do it, but my ways don't matter. What matters is us collectively. So I'm about talking right now. People got to talk. Got to talk to people you don't like. You got to talk to the people you don't agree with and start tweaking the ideas, getting it together. We all can get what we want. We just have to talk. We can't be like the governments that go bomb and kill each other and get what they want. We actually just got to talk to each other. We're all intellectuals. Everybody's got their own brain. Everybody can think for themselves. Project Bluebeam. Yes, Brother Jay, because you're all up on it. Space Force is 5G. Uh-oh. Space Force has it. Could be, Christine. They got to hide the money. They got to lie to people somehow. However they do it is up to them. As long as they get the money, and I just think that whatever they're doing, it costs so much money right now, they can't hide it. But whatever they're doing, Russia's doing it too, right? Like the whistleblowers came forward and said they all got the same technology. They're all doing the same things. America might be a little ahead of it, everybody else, but they're all doing the same things. And so maybe it just costs so much money now that the trillions won't do it. So they're letting people in on it. And so Space Force, we're stealing the money and we're looting the country. We need y'all to keep believing it. So we need to, if Clinton was president, you know what she'd be saying right now? Space Force. If Oprah won, you know what she'd be saying right now? Space Force. If Obama was still president, Space Force. Because that's the game, baby. That's the game. That is just the game. Time we got to pull our big panties up, y'all. We just got to pull them up. Got to pull up your big drawers. Just be an adult. Just admit it. It's the game. It's ugly. What are we going to do about it? We're going to get the Democrats to stop Trump. Oh, the Democrats going to shove you in a hole with your kids and murder you just like everybody, all the other billionaire employees will do. They're just departments of the elite, all they are. I agree. My favorite issue is that we are one group. Yes, Diane, and thank you, Diane. Thank you, sister. We are one group. We are one family. Everybody around this earth is related. You have 7 billion cousins. Get to know them. Get to know everything about them. Don't let anybody else tell you anything about your cousins. Get to know them. Make friends on here. Everybody should be friends on here. Military industrial complex is who's running things with George Soros. You know what, Blue Lady? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it isn't. I'm good with that. I just want people to agree that something is running things that doesn't give a damn about human life, whatever that is. And I think when we say no secrets, that comes out. That's why I don't argue with people who's running things. Some people say the Zionists. Some people say, you know, the Russian oligarchs. Some people say the aliens. Military, I don't know. We all agree on this. Something ain't right. Something smell funky. If we get to know the truth and we open source our governments, it'll be obvious. Like, look, right there, y'all see? That's who's running things, right there. But if we argue about it, it's pointless. That's why I don't argue about people. That's my thing, Blue Lady. I don't argue with people about flat Earth and nothing. What's the point? We can't prove it. We can't prove it because we don't have the data. So we want to prove it's George Soros, then we should say no secrets in government. That's simple. No secrets in corporations. We have immense technology and things are happening right now around our world that aren't going to go well for any of us. So no more secrets. It only takes one psychopathic billionaire to end the world. Lex Luthor, his day is now. Y'all better hope. Elon Musk eating his Wheaties. Y'all better hope he's drinking some organic smoothies. You better hope that bare aspirin he's taking that's doing epigenetic gene flips in his head don't flip it to a psychopathic spectrum. Otherwise, the city of LA might collapse. That man is making tunnels under the whole damn thing. Your whole house is bugged. Yes, Ellen, our whole lives are bugged. Everything. They know everything. They know where we are, where we're going, what we're doing. They have satellites that actually track your movements. They know everything. It's all consolidated. They know your car. They know the stains and the rust on top of your car. They know how you drive. They know if you're driving erratic. They have all the software that does all of that coding. They do it to people all over this planet. They know everything. I'm here on this broadcast talking about their mamas right now, and they know that. It's in a database right next to Gerard. This is what he drives. This is where he goes. This is mama. This is kids. This is where they go to school at the time. All of that stuff. This is where he goes. This is the places he goes to the most. This is what it. And so if I do something that's out of the ordinary, they know. That's too much power for any billionaires to have. That's insane. Completely insane. All the devices are always turned on. They're always recording everything. Volt 7 told you all of this. We know all of this. People should be scared of the right things. Kavanaugh is not one of those things. He's dying too. He's gonna die with it. He's gonna die with the rest of us. He at the lower levels of this. Supreme Court, they're at the lower levels. They're just the ones being told what to do. Smart meters. I can't say that. I'm sorry, Ellen. I can't say that. I do want some kids to be able to watch this. Some young folks. That's a little deep. All right. Let me see. There's an international banking corporate mob controlling every nation, save Syria and Iran. And that, Christina, makes sense. I believe that banking is at the centers of whatever all of this is. But we got to know the truth, and we got to have media that's allowed to say the truth. We don't have either one. We don't have the truth and we don't have the media because the bigots are still fighting. Bigots, stop fighting. Politicians have special ceremonial golden shovels to bury us all on the best of the elite. Yeah, they do, Gown. And they're going to kill them too. The politicians going to die too. They're going to kill them later. They're going to get us first and then they're going to get them. You know, that's why I'm just like, if we stop playing politics. It's not politics. Stop it. Everybody, stop. When your friends and your family start talking stupid, stop them. There are no political problems in the world anywhere, which means there's no problem politicians can fix. None of it's political. This is where I agree with Rebecca and them. Rebecca and Chris and them, y'all are coming, y'all half the time they with the okra thugs, the other time they with the don't vote thugs, whatever, I don't know. But I do agree with that. That they control all of it. All of it. Top to bottom, inside to out. Otherwise, they wouldn't let it happen. If voting actually worked, it would be illegal. If they thought this live stream stuff would work, we get ahead and talk about their mamas and their crazy psychopathic plans, they'd stop it. They'd turn it off right now. They don't think it'll work. Hopefully, they're underestimating us. Let's hope on that. Hopefully, they're underestimating the ignorance of people's bigotries. Let's hope on that. Because one day can change everything. They know each tire on your car. Yes, they know each tire on your car, Brother Mark, and they know the pressure because now they got the new hot, sexy cars. They know how much pressure's in the car. They can reduce the pressure in the tire. They can pump up the tire and blow the tire. This is power nobody should have. There's no logical sense. And while the kings and the lords have been murdering us since the day one, should have any of these powers. No, Trump should not have the powers. No, he should not have a blind following because Obama didn't. And he should not have the following. My stance on that one is just simply this. Trump is the president. So shut up. That's it. That's people get mad. I don't type 45. I don't. He's the president. And we might actually need him to do something or say something. I'm not sure if I don't think he's taking on the deep state. I don't think rolling out 5G to help the deep state is taking on the deep state. I don't believe things like that. But I think he's a human being. And I think he's not stupid. If I were President Trump right now, if I was President Trump right now, with my Trump hand, get my Trump hand out. If I was President Trump right now, I'd be rolling out 5G. I'd be lying to you. Why? Because he is. Obama did. Bush did. All of them did. And they're all in bed with the Erdogans and the Merkels, the Putins, and all of them. They're all in bed together, all of them. Either because they all know each other quietly, which I doubt, or they're just all working for the same people. The same people who can kill you, your mama, the bugs in your mama's bed, the ants outside the house. They can set the trees on fire, burn down the neighborhood because they got all of these crazy technologies that none of us know anything about. And we're gaslit, yelling at other poor people. Stop yelling at other poor people. Give me a name. I'm the peace lady and I can plug them with love. Yeah, Diane, that's what I tell people too. I tag me. Go ahead and tag me anywhere you want. We can have fun with it. To me, it's kind of funny. You know, you have to laugh through some of this, but you can't let people push this political stuff serious. It's not serious. None of it's serious. They're wasting our time. They are exposing the human race to some of the worst devastations we might ever face. Stop playing politics. None of this is political. 1% for sure. Absolutely, Ellen. And the 1% is going to be the 0.01%. This is going to be the 0.001%. But it's definitely not us. We're not in that category. So not only are we all family, all related, all cousins, but we don't even have the things and the powers to even know what they know. We're not in that club. Big club. We're not even close to being in it. That I think Carlin was wrong. It's a big club, and most of the people don't even know there's a club. Not even we're in it. Most people, they have no damn idea. They still believe in political parties. Yes, gaslit for sure, Deborah. Absolutely. They eat at the same table. We serve them the dessert. Thank you, Brother Mark. Spot on. They eat at the same table, and we still serving the dessert. Happy slave. You want some? What you want? Some key lime pie? Get some key. I grow the key lime for you, and go work at the corporation. Grow the key lime. Make the pie bread. Is the pie good for you? Does it make your belly feel good, master? If it don't make your belly feel good, I can go make you another key lime pie. Stop being slap-happy slaves dancing to the lies and the politics that come in the mainstream media. They're playing everybody. We got larvae to save. Did you just call my baby larvae? Yeah, I did. I did call your baby larvae. Larvae gets more love than human babies. Yes, I did. Your baby is beneficial to be larvae. That's a wonderful thing to call human babies because the ants don't let the larvae die. The ants will die to save the larvae. Human beings will turn the channel. Is that Yemen? I don't want to see that. Click. That's the Appalachian Mountains. Poor white folk. I don't want to see that. Click. Poor black people in the... I don't want to see. Click. They'll click. They'll turn it right off. Poor people in Africa. Click. That's some Arabs. I don't want to click. Larvae get love. Larvae get a lot of love. The whole ant colony will die to save one larva. You can't get human beings to drop their bigotry for a minute to save a damn tree. I wish y'all give my kids the love of larvae. I wish. We have to build a society that loves human children as much as they love horses. Larvae. We got to be as sentient as animals. We are beyond. We are less than the sentience of animals. We are 98% monkey, but we don't have the sentient part. How dumb is that? How dumb is it to stay? This is where we are. We don't have to stay here. That's our choice. I would take planes and drop money down from the sky so all of who want to buy can buy. But the trade would be 1 week of working on farms of healthy food. Exactly, Diane. And that's why they will never let you have $1 billion. Because you actually understand how to fix a problem. You understand that you got to feed a person fish and give them a fishing rod and tell them how to fish. That's why chickens are outlawed. I ain't talking about chickens in a while. I love talking about chickens. Why? Because chickens will save the world. You give people chickens, they don't need a government. They don't need your infrastructure. Chickens lay eggs. Chickens take care of the garden. Chickens were the sustainable thing that everybody had back then. If people have chickens, they have enough to not starve. They're getting hydration and food from the eggs. They don't go kill people. They don't go rob their neighbors. The first sentient American president you'll actually have, if Congress or senators, if they had any sentience in them, they'd be handing out chickens. Why you think Mark is on here every day? Chickens. Chickens over money. Chickens save human life. Chickens stop human beings from becoming psychopaths. They stop poverty. They stop kids from growing up with hate, joining hate groups, running over people's children in Charlottesville. They stop young kids growing up, joining gangs, fighting with the police. Chickens. That's why I kind of laugh sometimes, because it's so stupid. It's so simple, it's stupid. It's so simple, it's stupid. Every animal on this planet has more sentience than we do. Our solutions are all easy. We just have governments that don't like to do them. They don't have to do them because we don't make them do them, because we won't get rid of our own bigotries. That's why. Media is allowed to propagandize the people. Right, the Propaganda Act. Thank you, Blue Lady. They did it before Obama wrote the Propaganda Act, but they're still doing it now, and they're still lying. They're lying to people because they have to. That's their job, just like all the politicians. They are politicians because it's their job to lie to you. Stop pretending like it's not politics. It's politics. It's lying to you or withholding information to get you to stay on one side. Still lying. Not telling the full truth is lying. That is their job as a lawyer. What is the job of a lawyer? To go to the judge and tell one side of the story. That's who these people are. We don't need any more politicians in government. I'm not telling people to vote. Don't vote. We got into that discussion. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do, so I'm not going to tell you I know what I'm going to do. I'm just saying that you vote every day. And the most significant votes are never at the polls. The most significant vote is never pulling that lever. The most significant vote is what you do, what you like, you subscribe to, if you share, if you invite people, if you talk to people, if you let them talk politics. I had to do something. If you let them say dumb things. Hold on, where is it? Where is it? I will show you that. Where is it? I'll show you that. If you let them say stupid things like Putin's racist, he won't say. Like, y'all see that hand right there? Putin's racist. He didn't shake Obama's hand because he's racist. You don't let people say dumb things. They didn't shake his hand because Obama was a bloody murderer, because he worked for a murderous political party and a murderous government and a murderous city. And any sheep that you put in there who don't want to murder, going to be forced to murder. So when they go around the world, they're going to get the welcome of murderers if they go in a nation that doesn't make money from the billionaires that are on that side of the Department of Murderization. That's why. All right, anyway, I gotta go. Listen, love y'all. Y'all have a great day. Fight the system. Don't fight the players. Fight the system. However you think that that's done, you do it your own way. Fight the system. Don't fight the poor people, fight the system. Fighting the poor people is keeping the system up. Fighting between political parties is keeping the system up. Fighting between left and right is keeping the system up. Fighting about flat earth or George Soros or aliens or whatever is keeping the system up. Fighting about what Space Force is for is keeping the system up. Stop keeping the system up. The system has to come down so we can make something like we know children live on this planet. Got to be sentient again. Anyway, got to become an anthill again. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great day. This is Gerard. I am out.